Following the dramatic revelation of Yosef to his brothers, Ani Yosef, the brothers were speechless. They didn't know what to say, how to answer, how to react. But the Torah continues and describes how Yosef kissed his brothers and wept. V'acharechin dibru echavito. And afterwards, his brothers spoke with him. After years of deafening silence, the brothers finally break their silence and speak to one another. They finally communicate. And that's so important. Because even before his brothers threw him in a pit and sold him to slavery, leaving him for dead, they had stopped speaking to him. After Yaakov gives his son Yosef the coat of many colors, and the brothers see how their father favors Yosef, the Torah relates, Vayisneu oto, v'lo yachlu dabru l'shalom. They hated him so, they could not speak to him peacefully. The brothers couldn't speak to him, or at the very least, couldn't speak to him civilly. They shut down the lines of communication. Many commentaries struggle with the fact that once Yosef rises to power in Egypt, he too doesn't communicate with his family, letting them know that he's alive and well. And so it is so significant that in our parsha, they resume communication. After over 20 years of silence, they finally speak. They continue the conversation that had ended so abruptly. But what was said when the brothers are finally reunited? Curiously, the Torah doesn't tell us. Why does the Torah omit such an important conversation? Maybe the lesson is, it's less important what was said, and more important that they had the conversation, that they spoke at all. Often in life, when there's conflict, people shut down, run away, they stop communicating. I can't tell you how many times in my life as a rabbi I've heard, oh, I don't speak to my brother anymore. Oh, I haven't spoken to my sister in years. Oh, we don't speak to that side of the family. It's so important to keep the lines of communication open. And so here Yosef and his brothers are finally speaking after years of jealousy, suspicion, resentment, and anger. And it doesn't mean that things are perfect in the relationship. As much as Yosef keeps telling his brothers over and over again, it wasn't you who put me here in Egypt. It was all part of God's master plan. The brothers continue to suspect that now that Yosef has the upper hand, he will have them killed. Even years later, following the death of their father Yaakov, Yosef has to reassure his brothers that he isn't planning on taking revenge now that their father is gone. The relationship may never be perfect, but the story of Yosef and his brothers teaches that the first step in reconciliation, in forgiveness, in healing, is communication. Shabbat Shalom from Jerusalem.